It has been a super sinus day. I'm sorry at the amount of times that I am going to be doing that through the course of this video. I'm also sorry that I'm probably going to sound a lot more annoying than I normally do, but I can't breathe. So fuck off. Shit could be worse for you. And this isn't a video I even wanted to do. This is just a fucking random thought that occurred to me. So alright, I was going to do the video about the Converse commercial, about the bitch in the shoe. I was going to do that. I'm still going to do that. That'll probably be tomorrow now, because I'm doing this. And I think it's going to be a very fucking slow news month. Because, oh my god, all everybody's talking about right now is, we don't know everything that happened in the Mueller report. All we have is this fucking summary. And so everybody's just going, well, when are we going to get to see the Mueller report? When it fucking gets released! That's when! Talk about something more important. So everybody talked about how they had nothing to talk about. I was like, what, is there fucking nothing else going on in the world? And apparently there is something else going on in the world too. The Gaza's blowing up, like literally. So that's something going on. But I don't know a goddamn thing about anything that's going on in that region. I'm sure that with a good hour of time to waste, which I'll have probably this week, I could probably look it up and we'll talk about it maybe. Because I don't know shit about it. And I am not an expert in geopolitical things, you know. So, you know, I have to spend at least an hour of my time to become an expert at that particular geopolitical thing. So that I can actually say something about it. But that's what's going on. That's the other thing going on in the news. The only other thing going on in the news is we're waiting to see what is going to be the next thing that we're going to talk about for the news. So, anyways, what the fuck? What am I going on about? Anyways, so what I wanted to talk about today is a thought that occurred to me. I got on Twitter to check notifications. Unfortunately, it was on the main feed thing, and either I follow Ilhan Omar or it just decided to push her shit in my face. But I saw a tweet from Ilhan Omar, and she was talking about all the homeless people in Minnesota. And I was like, that's very sad that there's a lot of homeless people in Minnesota. Apparently Minnesota bursting at the seams with homeless people. And I'm like, that's very unfortunate. And so she tweeted out that this is the real crisis. And I'm like, you know, that's fair enough. There's a lot of homeless people in this country. And if only we didn't have to worry about all those homeless Mexican people trying to come into this country, we would, you know, we'd be able to focus our attention to us. But hey, whatever. You gotta beat the dogs away at the gate so that you don't wind up with twice the problem before you can really actually deal with the problem. So, whatever. Keep voting no on that wall, I guess. But, so, you know, Minnesota, I was like, God damn, that sucks. So I looked up Minnesota, and pretty much everybody in charge of Minnesota is a Democrat. I think Gillibrand is actually this senator, Congress, whatever, fucking, she's the person, the gentle person from Minnesota, is Gillibrand. So apparently her state is rife with fucking homeless people. Ooh. You know, I know California's got a whole lot of homeless people, and that's all Democrat run. And, I mean, you know, I don't know. Whatever. Is it a sanctuary? Because it seems that sanctuary states also seem to have this mass homeless problem. I don't know. But anyways, I was kind of like, well, Minnesota, I responded, sue me. I responded that Minnesota's homeless problem is kind of like Minnesota's problem. And Minnesota is entirely Democratic run. So what do you guys plan to do about Minnesota's homeless problem? Why is that Donald Trump's job? To fix your state for you. Ilhan has yet to respond. So, you know, I don't know. I don't think she will. But I thought it was cheeky. And it you know, I was looking through more of her tweets, and her big things right now is homelessness, which is fantastic. I think that we should be dealing with homelessness too. I think it's a big problem. And they wanna get like $20 billion from the budget somewhere to essentially solve homelessness completely. They believe that with $20 billion, they can solve homelessness in the United States of America. And I'm like, shit, that's it? 20 billion? And you can solve homelessness in this country. Everybody will have a home. 20 billion. Man. Wow. Alright. I'm down with that. That's fine. Like, I would love to know what the plan is. And if that $20 billion is going to be an annual thing. Or if they're just like, look, we have $20 million. We're just going to fucking... And then no homelessness. We're going to come up with the magic cure. And I'm like, alright, cool. That's fine. And they're bitching about the military budget. And I'm like, $700 bajillion that we spend... billion... into the military. And that got me thinking. It got me thinking that we've never, ever, ever in this country have ever had a military force set foot as an invading or occupying force in this country. You know what I mean by that? Like, we've never had a group storm the beach and set up camp and, like, wage war against us. Russia's never done that. China's never done that. Japan has never done that. Nobody's ever done that. The closest they ever got was Japan at Pearl Harbor. And they still had to nosedive their planes into our ships to even do anything to us. Like, that's how hard fucking core we are protected in this country. We have never had, even at the beginning of this country, we've never had an opposing occupying force land on this country and attempt to take it over. Like a trained military. I know there's people in the audience going, Mexico! No, a trained military force. It's never happened. We've never been bombed. When was the last time we got bombed? Pearl Harbor. And that was in Hawaii. It wasn't even really the U.S. Like, as in the U.S., the land mass of the U.S. Yeah, some piddly little island out in the middle of the water. Yeah, I'm sure they can reach there with all their military might. But good luck getting to California, bitch. Ain't happening. And, I mean, you know, they could try and sneak over whatever half-assed, almost kind of like land bridge between Russia and Alaska. You know? And they could try and do that, some tomfoolery there. But the cold is most likely going to kill them before they make it. And those that do the cold is going to most likely kill before they get to Canada. And those that do the cold will most likely kill them before they get to the U.S. or the warmer parts of Canada. Like, that's quite a fucking trek. Especially for it to be an opposing military force of any significance that could actually accomplish the job. So, yeah, no. It's never happened, and it's never going to happen. Because we've got the biggest, baddest toys. We've got the coolest ships, and we've got the coolest planes, and our ships patrol our waters, and our planes patrol our air. And there ain't fuck all anybody can do against us. Because nobody's got as cool as shit we do. It just ain't gonna happen. And anytime somebody looks like they might be getting cool shit like we got, we smack those motherfuckers down. With sanctions and all manner of shit and say, no! No nukes for you! And we make that shit stick, or there'll be problems. You know? And it won't be problems on our fucking shores. Good luck. It'll be us invading you. To deal with you again. Like, come the fuck on, man. It's a joke. We spend a shit ton of money into our military to make sure that that sort of shit never can happen. So that we can all just live free and happy here. It's the price we pay. And not only that, but we've got how many military bases not on our land? How many military bases do we have around the world? Well, we can close some of those up. Probably get you your 20 billion pretty easy. Maybe only close up 2 or 3, maybe 5 at most. Should be your 20 billion right there. So which 5 countries don't get to have their military, their nice American military base, keeping them fucking safe? Which ones? Who do you not care about? Well, I know she doesn't care about Israel. So we'll say Israel, right? She's got to pick 4 more. I'm not entirely sure how many more predominantly Jewish countries we protect. But I'm sure there are a couple. So, you know, maybe she'd get 2 or 3 out of that. I'm sure they'll spin it in some way that doesn't look like she's anti-Semitic. Or you know, that we're anti-Semitic because we're pointing it out or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, so there she's got at least 2 or 3, right? She got to come up with 2 more. I wonder how many Arabic countries are going to get thrown into that fucking... Maybe Somalia. Maybe we'll shut down the base there. Yeah, that'd be a good couple billion for you so we can solve homelessness here. How important is the problem to you? Like, we protect the fucking world. How many engagements are our military forces in right now? In some form or another. And that's with a president who's trying to pull us out of everything. We just finished off ISIS. You know that cost a lot of money. You do remember that we're in a war right now, right? Like, so yeah, our military costs a lot of fucking money. It costs a lot of money for us to protect the rest of the world. And we could probably have it. And we'll still be just as safe. But, you know, everywhere else is going to burn. So, it's not generally good to piss off the rest of the world when you decide that you want to withdraw and be completely isolated. But if anybody could do it, American ingenuity would be the fucking thing to get it through. You know? If you guys want to become North Korea, just be detached from the rest of the world. We figured out. Everything that's made anywhere else, we can make it here. Why the fuck not? Most of this shit's made in other places because our companies go over there because it's cheaper to make the shit over there. So, you know, what do you want to do? You want to fuck around or you want to play golf? Like, I'm all for it. 20 billion, man, I'm all for it. Dude, I feel just as safe with a $680 billion budget for our military as I do with a $700 billion budget for our military. I'm just as safe with that. Annually, I don't even care. I feel just as safe with that. So long as the cutbacks are not in American interests. I'm fine with that. If she's fine with that, we're good. Let's do it. Let's solve homelessness for the country. Fine with that. Fantastic idea. $20 billion? Psh. You want to take it out of the military budget? Psh. Drop in the bucket. It's $20 billion out of a $700 billion budget. Have it. But is it going to do anything? What is your solution? If it's we're going to just subsidize everything, all right. Well, that's not going to cost you $20 billion over a couple of years. So what's the solution? And that's what annoys me, because she never had one. She just had a whole bunch of articles that she was retweeting, pointing out that there was this problem, and pointing out how much money it would take to solve that problem, and pointing out a really, really large piece of the pie. And that was it. And it's like, well, you're burying the lead here. What's your plan? What is the solution? Because I swear to God, if it's killing off all the cows and riding trains everywhere, I'm not with it. And that's going to cost a hell of a lot more than $20 billion. So, you know, and it's like, this is what annoys me about politicians. Because they always have this grand idea, but they never quite tell you one of the details. It's always one detail that's just left out. I've got this great idea. We're going to do trains and no planes and no fucking cows. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, how much is that going to cost? Psh, don't worry about that. It's going to save your life. In 12 years, this planet's going to be dead. So, you're going to be lucky if we can get this done by then. You just be fucking happy that we're doing it. Don't worry about the cost. Wait a minute, how much does it cost? 90 trillion. What? Like, and she's got this grand plan that only costs $20 billion and it will solve homelessness. I don't think it was her that. I think she retweeted that. I don't even think she had the fucking solution. She retweeted that shit. She's very much a retweeter. She sees something she likes and then she retweets it. And usually she just goes after APEC. So, there seems to be trends with her Twitter feed. And I caught on pretty quick. But yeah, fucking, we're very safe here. All the bad shit that you see on TV and you hear about, all the stuff going on in the Gaza, we don't have another nation lobbing missiles into our country. And we're lobbing missiles back at them. That shit doesn't happen here. It's never fucking happened here. Yeah. It's never fucking happened here. Like, I think that's something to consider. Do we spend way too much into our military? That's debatable. How much does the fact that you don't have another country lobbing missiles into our country matter to you? Like, does that matter to you? What kind of price tag would you put on that kind of security? $700 billion? Sounds good to me. Fine with that, if that's what it costs. Whatever. Yeah. Fuck it, man. Just got me thinking. Figured I'd tell you what I thought. Have a good day.